In this video, I'm going to be discussing something I get tons of questions about, which is shocking. Recovery shoes, conditioning shoes, all of these shoes that are being created with the claim that they help you recover faster. I have 3 pairs here. I have tested them a ton. Some of them I wear every single day. Some I do not. Some I used to. Let's get into it because I think this is important. These shoes are making a lot of claims, and people can kind of see through that, and I don't know. It's causing a lot of angst I see in the comments on these type of shoes. So let's really get into it. Recovery is important. What you put on your feet is important. I will never say that that is not true. But first off, the Kane Revive shoe I have been part of, was an early adopter. I was one of the first, I think, influencers they sent shoes out to review. And I loved them. I've done a review and it's gotten tons and tons and tons of comments, views over the last 3 years. This is the shoe. Still being worn. My son has taken it from me. I wore it for a long time. What I love about this shoe is that it is durable. It is. It's easy to clean. You can wear it in water, out of water. It's just a good, versatile shoe. Now, it makes the claim that it is a recovery, that it helps you recovery. It's got the nodes inside. It's got a drop. So let me just go over the facts that they claim about this shoe. So the Kane Recovery Shoe. So it is an active recovery shoe by Kane Footwear that reduces foot pain and stiffness post-workout, promoting blood flow. Reading verbatim because I don't have all of this memorized. Breathability. The nub nodes help with the, blood flow, arch support, grippy sole, which I agree, it's striped out there, so it is grippy. Looks kind of like a Croc, but like a super Croc. I wouldn't wear Crocs. I've said that before. This is greatly above a Croc. The usage is ideal for post-exercise workout, like after runs, gym sessions, slip on for a quick transition from any of those workouts. Now, when I started wearing these, they were new. They were not what they are now. Now you see a commercial every 5 minutes. That's all I see. And it is being endorsed by athletes. And that's a good thing. You know, I'm sure they have deals made that's allowing them to do that. So good for them. I'll never poo-poo on anyone's monetary gain for reviewing shoes, being sponsored, things like that. It is approximately an 8mm toe to heel drop, which feels great. Restore foam. It's made from sustainable. If you send them back, they'll give you a $10 credit for the next one, and they're roughly about $80. And they got tons and tons and tons of variations of these, which make them attractive. You could wear them with actual clothing, and I think that's the best part about this. Easy to wash. They say they're super breathable. It does have a lot of holes in them. When I wear these without socks, I don't like it. Your feet get sweaty regardless, and then you're in kind of a rubber shoe, and it's not really, you know what I mean? It just feels gross. I have to wear mine with socks, which defeats the purpose of the holes. I guess it breathes a little bit. Now, from a recovery standpoint, do I think these actually promote recovery? And I think in a passive way, and I said this in my original video, I think all these shoes are kind of a passive way of recovery. Do they think they promote recovery? There is one I'm going to show you here at the end that I think actually does promote recovery, and not just passively, but they feel good on your feet. Everyone says that. They do. They feel good. So the Kane Recovery shoe is fantastic if you want to wear something that looks good, that feels good on your foot, and you wear it around. Recovery, I don't know. I think you're going to passively recover just because that's what happens when you put your feet in kind of comfortable shoes and not stuffed up in socks with blisters and you're running shoes that just feel hot. These are going to feel fantastic. So that's all I have to say about those. Great shoe, decent price. I felt that those were expensive even then. Roll Recovery. Now, this company sent me this. They wrote a personalized card in it. I like the company. I like what they stand for. Most all of these were started by former endurance athletes, and they have some sort of co-sponsorship with a doctor. That's just all what they do. I think, obviously, if you're going to start a company that does this type of stuff, you need to have a doctor saying, yes, these are also good. So the Super Plush Classic Roll Recovery shoe. So let me go ahead and read some of the facts on this. Get a load of that. Super breathable, super comfortable. I've worn these a ton, as you can see. I wore these out all the time with shorts, just going out, just kind of like a leisure shoe. Like boat rock shoe. I loved it. It feels good. So, overview. Recovery shoes from Roll Recovery, designed for tired feet, offering exceptional comfort. Man, it's hard to talk today. Stability and structured footbed. I mean, it feels like any other kind of running shoe. It's got a little arch support in there. Feels good on your foot. It's got a wide toe box, 6 to 8 millimeter heel to toe drop, Achilles relief, uses sustainable bloom foam and breathable air yarn. So that's the yarn, foam bottom, and they're squishy, pliable. They're developed by Roll Recovery, a leader in athletic recovery tools. They have a whole fleet of things that they do to promote recovery with athlete-led focus on post-activity wear. So they're all obviously post-activity through recovery. Praise for muscle soreness and relief and mobility improvement. A lot of claims. All these have a lot of claims like that. You slip it on post-workout. They come in sizing for women's 5 to 11, men's 7 to 14. They're true to size. They sent me originally, I think, an 11, because all these kind of run in whole sizes, which is kind of a pain. They sent me an 11. They were a little bit tight, and then they sent me a 12, and they were perfect. And I wear an 11.5. I'm a true 11.5. So the 12 fits, so sizing up is definitely something you need to do if you get these. They don't really weigh a ton. Women's are 680 to 850 grams. Men's are 765 to 850 grams, depending on the size, obviously. Perks, sustainable materials, which they all use, algae-based foam, recycled plastics. They're $110. So that was a thing to me that was like, oh, see these recovery shoes. And I know that there's probably reasons that when they manufacture these cost a little bit more. Got to leave the margin in there for the company to actually make money. 110 is a little expensive, but I saw it as just another shoe that I wore with stuff, and I love these shoes. Do I think they actively promote recovery? You're recovering while your foot is in it. Same with the Kane Recovery. Your foot would recover. It's not going to actively work against the recovery of your foot. There's nothing about these shoes that I think promotes active, like they're doing something to promote other than you just getting air to your foot and it not impeding on recovery. I think that's where we are at this point. I think you could wear regular flip-flops and a bunch of other stuff that I think probably don't help with recovery because they're not great support. So that's where I think the line is. I know it sounds like I'm saying they don't help, but they don't hurt, if that makes sense. Roll Recovery, great shoe. Some colors right now I've seen that they're selling for about $64. So if you don't really care about the color, I just got regular black. Love them. I still wear them out and about, just walking around the world. So they do feel good. Roll Recovery. Good job. They are a great company. They got tons of other products, so go check them out. Same with Kane. Go check them out. Make a decision for yourself and how they feel in your foot. So the third option, I mean, they win with the coolest box. Flex 3 conditioning from Pushpul. Box is super cool. Slide open this box, and inside you'll find the ultimate foot fitness tool, the Flex 3 conditioning slides. Simply wear, walk, and repeat to stretch and strengthen your hard-working feet. So go ahead, slide open this box, and get your feet fit. Here we go. These are the ones I was talking about that I think that they actually promote recovery, although they don't call themselves a recovery. They call them a shoe. They call themselves a conditioning shoe. I think trying to niche your market down and appeal more than instead of just getting lost in the recovery shoes. I've worn these a lot, as you can see. I wear them to a Great Wolf Lodge. I wear them to the beach. I have worn them everywhere because they feel fantastic on the foot. And I'm not a big flip-flop guy. I don't like the slapping on the ground when you're walking around. Let's stay consistent here. I'm all over the place. But the Flex fitness slides from Pushpul. So the overview, recovery footwear by Pushpul that stretches and strengthens your foot muscles, preventing fatigue and plantar fasciitis. The design is a 3 patented pressure points, including a midfoot arch, enhanced blood flow and flexibility and strength. Origin is started by a triathlete named Rich Rhodes, with input from athletes, trainers, and a foot surgeon. You're supposed to start with like a 10 to 15 minute session, and I'll explain to you in a second why, and work your way towards wearing these all the time. Wear them 2 to 3 times a day, starting off short times. Your foot may be sensitive, especially if they're super sore or if you have plantar fasciitis issues. The sizing is 5 to 14 US. I think they're unisex, so you want to add a size and a half for women. So a men's size 9 would be like a women's size, like 11 and a half, whatever that is. Standard width size, size down if between sizes. They say size down in these, while the other ones always say size up because they only do whole sizes. Doctor design, athlete approved, free U.S. shipping, 30-day returns, $5 fee to return it. They're around $119. So, price alone originally is a sticking point. Would I buy these myself if, would I drop $120 on a pair of flip-flops? Probably not, just to be transparent. But these were fantastic. I mean, they have these little hard plastic rubber, not hard plastic, kind of rubber. When you touch them, they feel like a bouncy ball. That's the kind of the material they feel like. It may not be the same thing, but both these puts a little bit, that's raised up. It's hard to see. You can see that's a little bit of a, where's my camera? There it is. So it's raised up right here. So is that one. And a little bit of an arch support. Super comfortable. Those little points right here are what make me think they feel like a recovery, but they say they're not recovery, they're conditioning. So I do feel that those pressure points, and it feels good to me. I wore them out the box and just wore them all around. I didn't do the break it and over time, like get my foot used to it. It did kind of shift when I had my foot in it. It didn't stay where I wanted, meaning maybe it needed to be tighter at some points, but it feels fantastic. And when I wear it, it does feel like it's putting pressure. I mean, I do a lot of recovery stuff and conditioning of my feet, standing on the edge of a step and kind of kneading the plantar tendon and doing things like that. And that's what cured my plantar fasciitis. I used to have it in both feet. Often it was terrible when I was road running all the time. And then I worked real hard, standing on a foam roller like a circus bear rolling on a drum. If that's really a thing. Maybe this is a cartoon, but you know what I'm saying. And then I would do the foam roller, and then I would knead on the edge of steps. So this kind of feels like that. It's putting the pressure on those pressure points in your feet that feel fantastic. And I wear them all the time. I've went to Daytona Beach, wore them every day to the beach, wore them walking everywhere. Went to Great Wolf Lodge, wore them everywhere. It was fantastic. They wash off. Obviously, they don't absorb water, unlike... I think that's one of the things that's got that roll recovery don't have, is that this is just not a waterproof shoe. You can't wear it. So I think in the terms of recovery shoes, this one, while it feels fantastic and it is able to be worn out and about, if you're wanting to do active recovery around pools or beaches or do things like that, this is, if you're getting wet, I don't know why you would be. This one would not probably be one you'd select, but if you want a shoe that you can just wear out and about after running a race and go out to dinner and do things like that, this is a fantastic shoe too. The roll recovery, it just is. Same with the Kane recovery shoe. This is something that's waterproof. It can be washed and scrubbed. This cannot. You could probably rinse it off, but if it gets scuffed up or torn, that mesh is not going to make it. This is done pretty well. It is a little scuffed here and there, but that's mostly fish leavings and mud from the sides of ponds. And I'm going to wash my hands after this. This one, wear everywhere. I'm not a big flip-flop guy, so I probably wouldn't always. Maybe I was on vacation and stuff, I'd wear it. Maybe out and about. After a race, I probably definitely put this on. After I do the Yeti 100, I'm probably going to put this one on and wear it. So, all that being said, recovery shoes, I think, are a thing. They're not working against your recovery of your feet, but the cost of these shoes are significant. So I know a lot of people wonder why can't I just put on a Croc? Why can't I just put on a flip-flop? I'm not a doctor. I can't speak for all of us. We all have different foot ailments and things like that going on. But they're worth a try, but I'm hesitant to say, yeah, go drop all your money on all these. I'm not saying that. But I think if you can find something, if you have, plantar fasciitis issues and you want to really work on conditioning your feet, I think the Flex 3 is a good option. I don't think the other shoes will help you with those problems. I just don't think they're designed for that. But I think they are a good shoe to put your foot in if you want to feel good in your feet. I've been lacking air, sweaty, hot after doing activities. Those shoes, the Kane and the roll recovery shoes, will do just fine also. So I hope this helps. I just wanted to kind of do a comprehensive video on all these. I've only done a specific recovery on the Kane Revive shoe. I haven't done individual reviews on the other shoes, but I tested them a ton. And I can tell you they are good shoes. Find one that works for you. Make your own decision. I hope this helped kind of guide you in a certain way. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Oh, if you want one of these hats, click the link below. Motivation Theory Run Club store is open. Tons of stuff out there. See ya. Bye.